Hey guys, welcome to what is tonight? It is May 4th. May the 4th be with you. I'm coming back from my second 30-day ban of 2021. So I've been muzzled for effectively half this year already. When will they ban me again? I do not know. But I wanted to talk with you a little bit about stuff going on in my life. I'm waiting to see if people hop on and make sure that I'm live. You should be able to see me on Facebook on my private account, Katie Bug, on Unsilent Majority, and on YouTube on Unsilent Majority. So let me see if I'm live, because I should be. Also, let me know if you are watching. Please say hi. It doesn't seem like I'm live, or it's not showing me to be, which is frustrating. How about on YouTube? Has it got me on YouTube? It's been a very long time. Oh, I see one person's watching, so that's good. That's good. All right, well, I'll go ahead and start for whoever is watching out there. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate that. So, yeah, back in February, I started my journey on getting my life insurance agent license. You know, for the past few years, I've really been focusing on my physical health, which just totally took a dive bomb this past year. I know so many of us have, but I've been focusing on, physical, mental, spiritual health issues, and I had not really taken time to really consider what financial health looks like. So I started diving into financial health stuff, and I wound up wanting to do life insurance because I think it is an important thing to have, especially if you have small children and you are relying on one person's income. And if they die, you got nothing, and you got these two children, and I do not want to put them in homeschool. So, I mean, in a public school. Can't talk this today. Anyway, never can really. But yeah, so February I started doing that, and then the snowpocalypse of 2021 happened, and we started wanting to sell our house, and we closed on our house within a month. So we had a snowstorm, cleaned up our house, put our house on the market, and sold our house all in 1 month. That was a lot. And moved, obviously. So that put my life insurance goals on the back burner for a bit. When I started out, they told me, you need to go ahead and get scheduled for your life license exam. It's not going to be that difficult. So they told me you should go to Pearson Vue's website and get that taken care of. I go there, and I know there's probably going to be some mask thing, right? And it looks like there is, but I'm not able to really focus on it at that time because, well, the snowstorm is happening. So I didn't really look at it much. I got back at it after a few weeks, finished my pre-licensing course. Easy course to complete. And if you're interested in life insurance, I can help you get through your course. But what I can't apparently help you get through right now is the Corporatocracy of Pearson Vue, because they right now don't have any accommodation whatsoever when it comes to people who cannot or will not wear masks. They will not put you in a separate room. They cannot provide you with online tests. They cannot provide any accommodation whatsoever. And let me just kind of break it down a little bit more. So online, I'm going to show you what it looks like when you try to schedule an exam. I took a screen recording which I need to change to the main picture. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. Okay. And this is what you see. Okay. You see Texas Department of Insurance terms and conditions. What you can't see right now, because I'm not going to go back in, it actually, in this left-hand area, has the Texas Department of Insurance logo on there. And so it all looks very official, right? And it says, please review the specific health conditions and testing requirements for your country on a coronavirus update page before your exam appointment. By scheduling your test appointment, you agree to comply with these requirements. You will be asked to acknowledge these conditions and requirements upon arrival at the test center. You are required to bring and wear a face mask while at the test center and while taking your exam. Candidates without a face mask will be denied testing services. You must briefly remove your mask during the check-in process. I guess because the virus knows better during that time. If you refuse to wear a face mask, or if you are sick or you have been in contact with an ill person, do not go to the test center. Please reschedule your exam online for a later date. So, and then it says Texas Department of Insurance policies. You know, it does not look like Pearson Vue, right? It's the Pearson Vue website. You can see right here at the top, the URL says pearsonvue.com, but everything on it says Texas Department of Insurance terms and conditions, basically. It does say pearsonvue.com down below in the admission policy, but yeah, this is, to me, it looks like they're trying to fraudulently present themselves like the Texas Department of Insurance, which, if you've been paying attention, the governor's orders, which for whatever that is worth, says that no government entity, no jurisdiction can require a mask. So I look at this screen a couple weeks ago and I'm like, no, you can't do that. I got a bone to pick with you, Texas Department of Insurance. So I called Texas Department of Insurance, and the lady is really rude with me. And by the end of that brief phone call, was told, I'm not going to argue with an anti-masker, and basically hung up at that point. So then I called Pearson Vue, and they put me on a ridiculously long hold. I thought maybe they forgot about me, or maybe they were told to just put people like me on hold so they don't have to deal with me. And I gave up. I went ahead and I submitted all these accommodations proofs, which they will allow is ADA accommodation information, not anything else like your religion. So I made a point to have screenshots of the Constitution, the 1964 Civil Rights Act, and snippets, I think, from the Bible, you know, just about my religious convictions and how y'all need to be accommodating that as well. I mentioned that I don't have, that's another thing. They want for you to have an official doctor give you a diagnosis and say that you're medically exempt from wearing a mask within the past year. Well, I'm not going to go back to a doctor. I have not been to any form of a doctor from Western medicine in 2 years, and I'm not going back because I do not believe in pharmakeia anymore. Regardless of how you interpret pharmakeia, I feel that pharmakeia does still mean drugs, spells, poisons, sorcery. It is all that for me. I believe that. And it doesn't matter what you believe. You can believe whatever you want. These are my personally held, strongly held religious convictions. And in the US, we're supposed to have rights that protect them, especially in a public sphere, since the 1960s. We also have the 14th Amendment, which says that you have a right to work and make a living. Anyway, so I went back, I submitted that stuff. I called Pearson Vue again a week later, and I get put on hold. I get put on hold again. I play this game, and then I get this really rude lady that they transferred me to, who is very short, doesn't want to hear it, and tells me to stop talking so she can speak because she likes to speak. And I listen, and I'm like, you can't, I was very nice. I'm trying to be very nice. And I said, you can't violate the law. You can't violate my rights. I have rights. And then she started talking about we're in the middle of a pandemic and people are dying. And at that point, I called her a psycho because I was done with it after being put through the ringer. And then she told me to go and talk with Texas Department of Insurance, who had told me that it wasn't Texas Department of or it wasn't Pearson Vue, these were Pearson Vue's private business policies, and that if I had an issue, I should take it up with the Texas Department of Insurance. Well, Texas Department of Insurance is like, oh, they have accommodations at third-party testing facilities. I said, no, they have no such accommodation, or at least they did not make me aware of it. And I mentioned about the fraudulent stuff. And they're like, well, we want you to send us everything. So I do. And they review all the stuff that I've got. And they're like, well, it's their private business. They don't even care that they're fraudulently representing themselves as the Texas Department of Insurance. Oh, and my 2-year-old just woke up. So I guess I will continue this in a little bit. Hopefully somebody will be